Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Legends of Vox Machina Breakdown. Today we are breaking down everything that happened in episode 2 of the Legends of Vox Machina. If you haven't already, go check out our episode 1 breakdown, as well as all of the Easter eggs and references in Legends of Vox Machina episode 1 through 3. Where we last left off, our heroes barely survived a fight with a dragon, and after witnessing the death of a young boy, decided they will find and slay said dragon. Episode 2 opens with General Krieg addressing his troops about how they will slay this beast, and then he just seemingly goes missing as the blue dragon descends on the camp, killing everyone. Back in Emon, Krieg reports to the council that the creature that attacked them was indeed a blue dragon, and that he barely escaped with his life. Sure, Krieg. We get a cool reference to the Chroma Conclave in Thordak as Uriel asks Laura about the red dragon she once fought. Vox Machina returns to the council, explaining they narrowly survived an encounter with the dragon. Vex's spidey senses tingle again, causing her to further suspect someone on the council is involved with the dragon. Uriel orders Krieg to deploy the army out of the city into the field to deal with the dragon. Vox Machina leaves the throne room, and Vex tells the others she suspects Fence is working with the dragon in some capacity. The group decides to split up, sending Vax and Pike to Gilmore's to get a weapon, while the rest try to tail Fence. We get our first shot of Gilmore's Glorious Goods, a store that deals in magical items run by one glorious man, Gilmore. I love how from the exterior the building appears rather small, but upon entering it seems impossible all of these cool things could fit in such a tiny space. Gilmore has become a friend to Vox Machina and the group, regularly visits his shop. Vax and Gilmore have developed a bit of a flirty relationship with the group, hope they can use to their advantage. We get a cool little reference to Tusslove, a smutty book that appears in Campaign 2, as well as a red weasel named Sprinkle, which belonged to Laura Bailey's character Jester in Campaign 2 as well. Inside Gilmore's shop, there's plenty of other Easter eggs and references, so go check out our full Easter egg and reference video to see all of those. Vax asks Gilmore if there's any information he can give them in regards to dragons. Gilmore explains that most writings on dragons are regarded as rather useless. Over to Scanlan and Grog, who are figuring out how they can do anything but look for Sir Fence, when in classic Grog and Scanlan fashion, Sir Fence just comes strolling by them. The comedic duo tail Fence to a large mansion, where Vox Machina is reassembled, and they meet their greatest foe of all, a locked door. This is a little inside joke and reference in the critter community, as Vox Machina and the cast of Critical Role in general seem to always have issues with doors in their campaign. Vax, being the edgy cool boy he is, easily picks the door, and the group pile into the house. Upon doing so, they realize this is Krieg's manor. Lucky for them, the man is vain enough to have a giant painting of himself. The group prepares to split up and search the place when Vax rolls a nat 20, finding the hidden door to the cellar. In the cellar, the group find Fence snooping. Fence claims that he has evidence which proves Krieg is planning to, when all of a sudden, a sword just plunged through Fence's back. Krieg emerges, Vex's primeval awareness goes haywire again. The group now realizes it was Krieg who was the traitor all along. Vax throws his dagger, but Krieg parries them and disappears. The group follow, and are led into a room full of magical items, but Krieg is nowhere to be found. We get another reference to the Chroma Conclave. Grog obsesses over a Louvre painting of a female dragonborn until Keela chucks a book at him. The book goes through the painting, revealing it to be some sort of portal, which the group proceed through. They are transported to the dragon's lair somewhere high in the mountains. Vox Machina is promptly distracted by the copious amounts of loot until Vex finally comes to her senses, realizing they're in a dragon's lair. Keyleth finds a strange stone with 4 crystals in it. One of the crystals opens, revealing a green eye and a voice that says intruders. The stone then collapses. Long-term fans of the show would know this is foreshadowing to the Chroma Conclave arc. Krieg appears and finally gives Vox Machina the meta unlock that dragons can take a human form. Krieg transforms into his blue dragon form, Brimscythe, and a battle ensues. Any good adventuring party would know tangling with a dragon in its lair is probably not the best idea, but this doesn't deter Vox Machina. The party struggles to damage or attack Brimscythe. As long as the dragon is airborne, it's almost impossible for them to kill it. It seems as though the party may meet their end here, when Vex and Scanlan come up with a plan to do what Vox Machina does best. Vox Machina emerge on an icy platform and look to strike down the dragon, when randomly they all start insulting one another and arguing. The dragon, believing the group is no more a threat to it than an ant would be, lands on the platform and lets out a torrent of electricity across them. As the debris clears, the group is left unscathed. Scanlan had used his spell Major Image to create an illusion of the party arguing. It was all a ruse to use the dragon's ego to force it to land. What happens next is probably the coolest fucking scene in this episode. Your turn to roll comes in hard as Keyleth runs forward, summoning her vines, while simultaneously Percy fires his pistol at a large stalactite. The stalactite falls, pinning the dragon's wing down as Keyleth's vine grabbed the other wing, pulling it down as well. Vax darts forward, dodging debris as Scanlan uses his Bigsby's hand to destroy a large boulder. The hand then throws Vax as he plunges his dagger down the dragon's neck. Pike and Vex let out a tag team attack that pierces the wound in the dragon's neck. Finally, in one of the most hype moments of any show I've seen in a while, Grog utters those famous words, "I would like to rage." Surging forward, he cleaves the dragon's head in two. This whole scene literally had me giddy like a fucking schoolgirl. GROG saying I would like to rage hit me in this weird emotional place. Having watched Travis say this line for years, hearing it now with this amazingly animated scene just flooded me with emotions. The group don't have time to celebrate though, as the cave begins to collapse. They all manage to escape through the portal in time, but with only a tiny amount of the loot. They report back to Uriel, who rewards them with the titles and privileges of honorary members of the Council of Taldore, and the keys to Grayskull Keep, which would become Vox Machina's home. Virya tells Vox Machina he believes Krieg might be part of a larger plot, Omega foreshadowing, and that a banquet is being held to discuss the security of the realm. A number of foreign dignitaries will be invited. Flash over to two such dignitaries, Delilah and Silas Briarwood, the new lords of Whitestone. Long-term fans of Critical Role know all about these two. Spoilers, Silas is a vampire, and he and his sorceress wife conspired to kill Percy's family so they could gain control of Whitestone, but more on that in episode 3. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's been fun, but also weird watching these episodes with all of the meta-knowledge of the campaign and the story. Longtime fan of the show knew from basically minute 1 that Krieg is the dragon Brimscythe, as well as basically all other future events that will play out in the show. That still doesn't really take any enjoyment away for me from watching one of my favorite D&D campaigns unfold in high-quality animation goodness. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out some of our other Legends of Vox Machina content, as well as our other anime breakdowns and long-form content. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. As always, stay safe out there. Peace, love, adieu.